Good afternoon. I hope your day has been going good and that you are doing well and had an awesome day of worship this past weekend and were encouraged by the ministry of God's Word. I know my wife Judy and I were, as we worshiped actually with two churches. Our home church is the Evangelical Free Church here in Bloomington Normal, and then our two children and their families attend a church plant that is 7 years old called Charis, which of course is the Greek word for grace, and has a distinct culture from the Evangelical Free Church. But the Evangelical Free Church has a distinct culture between the first service, which is pretty traditional, and the second and third service, which are more contemporary. But we enjoy all three services, so we participated in that. I have finished grading your papers and your discussion boards. I hope you aren't too angry with me. I have tried to write out some comments as we went along on those so that you could understand a little bit about my thinking as to why I graded you as I did. I'm really excited about the quality of the work and I have just been very encouraged. But of course, part of the thing that encourages me is the diversity of our class, which illustrates exactly what we've been talking about. And so as we talk about discussion boards, I really want to say thanks to each of you who put your name in the discussion board's subject line. That really helps as I work on them, because I know as I grade that you're responding to so-and-so and their response, and I get on the same page with you without trying to think through which one is DB number 2. I think some of our discussions are a little shallow when we simply say, well, I like what you said, it reminds me of thus and so. So I'm reminding you again, as I gave you information last Friday, that the initial post needs to be 300 words or more. That's about 25 lines. And your response, your interactive response, I like that terminology, interactive response with your peers is to be at least 100 words, which is about 9 lines. I want to encourage us to continue to pursue academic discussions rather than Facebook, which allows for slang and incomplete sentences and those kinds of things. I want to encourage you to probe each other's thoughts because of our diverse culture from, well, what do you want to say? Chicago to Vermont to Montana to California to Switzerland to Texas. We are a diverse class, and we need to probe each other's thoughts on some of these issues. And when a peer asks you a question, respond. You know, that's part of our culture. It's impolite to not respond to somebody. That's unkind. Reference sources. Use an idea or a quotation, then cite it. And here's just a little example of what I was thinking about. On page 288 of Hebert's article, he states, quote, "We tend to prejudge other cultures using the criteria of our judgments, for our judgments, the standards of our culture rather than those of the Bible." And then ask, how have you seen a church or church leaders do this? How would you seek to address this matter? That takes us to another level, reminding us that these discussion boards for this college class are not Facebook or Twitter, either one. Your initial post is to be up by Saturday. I really prefer it by Friday because that gives the rest of the class opportunity to interact with you. And certainly feel free to respond to more than 2 people. On your papers, you need to study the MLA requirements so that you are going. The length of the papers is specified. Please remain within those limitations. My mentor has said I should deduct points if it is longer than that. Presently, I'm not doing that. And as my wife reminded me as I was grading, Be sure to proof your spelling and your grammar before you hit submit. This week we have the reading in the Couch book again, and that's a good one. We have that Hebrew article, and I will send a little later a web address to be able to pull it down. The video I've watched twice already and found it very enlightening to think through the whole matter of what is the church's response to culture. And your 2-page paper, don't answer it simplistically. Think through those issues of what is the role of the church. And then you have something new, the exam, and that's a 1-hour time test, and you can access it as of today and take it. If I understand the directions correctly, you can click on it to preview it, and then you hit cancel, and then when you come back, as soon as you hit start, your 60 minutes starts clicking off. So that's my understanding. I hope I have not given that to you incorrectly, but that's kind of where I am. Hey, you have a great day and evening and this week. Keep thinking and think hard. It's good for our minds. It's good for our souls, but it's good for the soul making of a quality, Christ-honoring Christian leader. And that's what our goal is. God bless you.